Module 2.2, Dangers of Computer Crime. We are looking at work that we have covered a little bit in grade 11, but we're going to be going into a little bit more detail. So two terms that we covered last year that are quite important: social engineering. Any attempt to manipulate someone into revealing confidential information, such as a password or an account number, which can be used to impersonate them. This is usually done by someone posing as a person who would possibly ask for the information legitimately. So you get a phone call from someone that's pretending to be from your bank. Malware, a general term used to describe software specifically designed to install itself without the user's knowledge and to affect or harm a computer system. It is software written with negative intentions. So, some common security threats. We've got pharming, clickjacking, spoofing, and spyware. Pharming, a practice where a user is automatically redirected to a fake website, even if they type in the correct URL of the official site. So the software has gotten onto your computer. Whenever you go to the browser and you type in the correct address, it's going to redirect you to a fake website. So you could be trying to access the bank. So maybe you bank with ABSA, so it's absa.co.za, and you're typing in absa.co.za, but it's actually redirecting you to a.bsa.co.za. It looks similar to the real thing, but it's not the correct website. So, how do you protect yourself? Take note of redirection warnings that will pop up on the screen. Check whether the site is secure. Make sure that your anti-spyware software is up to date. You've done all those up-to-date software installs. Same with your operating system. Clickjacking. Clickjacking is an attack in which a site appears to do one thing, but your clicks are actually redirected to something else. So, how do you protect yourself? Add-ons can be installed in the browser. Server programs can be installed to protect users on a network, particularly if you're in a company. Spoofing, the changing of an email header so that the email appears to come from a different source. So protection, make sure the email comes from a trusted sender. So you receive an email and maybe it's from your boss, but it's actually not from your boss. And the email will be requesting you to click on a link and transfer money quickly. And what they are actually doing is they're trying to just get money from you, and you're sending it because you think that it's coming from a trustworthy person. Spyware, any technique or software that tries to monitor and track the way you use your computer. Once it has done this, the information is sent to a third party. So you'd want to install anti-spyware software and don't fall victim to any internet hoaxes. 3 more computer security threats: keylogger, computer virus, and computer worm. Keylogger, a type of software that records your keystrokes as you type in an attempt to discover your personal information. Computer virus, a program that is written to disrupt the normal functioning of a computer. Most viruses activate when you open or run an infected file. Computer worm is malware that is able to distribute itself over a network. It is able to reproduce itself, usually distributed via email, without a person having to run an infected program. So, how do you protect yourself against keylogger? Well, make use of a firewall, install a password manager. Often password managers come with, if you buy like antivirus software, but you get in the sort of full internet security protection, they will come with a password manager. Keep your system updated. Do all the updates that you need to be doing to the operating system, to your software, and consider using anti-malware software. How do we protect oneself against computer viruses? Well, install antivirus software, keep it updated, scan email attachments and portable storage devices before opening them. Do not open email attachments or run programs from untrusted sources. And protect yourself against computer worms, well, install antivirus software and don't open unrecognized or suspicious emails. Okay, another 4 common security threats: Trojan, ransomware, adware, and scams. Trojan, a disruptive program disguised as a useful application. It relies on one to activate it before it can operate. Do not run any programs unless you are sure it is safe to do so. Often Trojans can be disguised in games that you've downloaded on your phone or onto the computer for free. So you want to make sure that if you're downloading a program for free, that it's a program that is legitimate. Do some research before you download something. Ransomware. Malware that makes data unavailable until you paid the hacker for a ransom fee. So install antivirus software, keep it updated. Adware. Software that downloads itself onto your computer and bombards your computer with adverts that pops up whenever you're connected to the internet. So to protect yourself, install anti-malware software. Do not click on unknown links. Scams, a message or article intended to deceive or defraud others. So check sources for reliability. Do not forward a scam to others. Never take any action suggested in a scam message. So there are 7 different types of computer-related crimes that we're going to look at. Theft of computer hardware. So hardware, remember, is the physical components of the computer that we can see and touch. So theft of computer hardware refers to the theft of physical hardware components. These would include internal components such as RAM, graphics cards, external components such as keyboard and mouse, as well as the theft of your laptop or smartphone. General guidelines on how to protect yourself. Never leave your laptop or mobile device unattended in a public place. Use passwords as a security method. Use a cable lock to lock your equipment to a table or desk in an office. And this is an example of a cable lock. It clips into a special port in the laptop. You've got a combination code, and that cable is wrapped around the table. They would have to take the table with them to get your device. Theft of software. Software theft refers to the use and distribution of software obtained by illegal methods. This includes stealing a CD or DVD that contains software, as well as downloading illegal software from the internet, piracy. Software theft and piracy are crimes in many countries, including South Africa. Therefore, it's important to make sure that you do not partake in these activities. Guidelines to help you stay clear of software theft. Do not copy, duplicate, or distribute any software without a copyright license. Do not download and use illegal software from the internet. And do not lend your software so that an illegal copy can be made. Bandwidth theft. Bandwidth theft refers to the use of bandwidth without paying for it. People steal bandwidth in many ways. These could include stealing usernames and passwords and connections that are not owned by them. Bandwidth theft can also occur when one is connected to an unprotected network. So when you connect to the internet at home, your account should always have a password so that nobody else can connect to your network and possibly download things that you don't want onto your computers, things like that. Precautions include: have good password policies, be careful when installing free software from the internet, as it could be malware. The second type of bandwidth theft is hot linking. Hot linking is when someone takes a file or video from his or her website and links it to your website. This is problematic, as each time a user clicks on the link in order to download the file or view the video, your bandwidth will be used. Identity theft. This refers to stealing data that can be used to pretend that a person is somebody else. Identity theft can range from stealing any personal information such as your name, your address, your favorite food, or more official information like your ID number, telephone number. The stolen information can be used to take over your accounts on websites like Twitter, Instagram, post messages, or use these services while pretending to be you. Personal information like identity numbers can be used to impersonate a person. So you've stolen their identity, and the thief can then open accounts, take out loans, buy things in that other person's name. To avoid these problems, do not share your sensitive information unnecessarily. Protect your information using a secure password. While sharing information is part of using the internet, be selective with the websites on which you choose to share your information. If you use your email address for every website you visit, do not be surprised if you start receiving a lot of spam. So as I said, create your own email address that you can use whenever you join a social media site, whenever you have to give an email to subscribe to something, have one email account for that, and keep your personal email account for other personal things. Misuse of personal information. Information about you has value. For example, if you use Google to search the rules of computer game Defense of the Ancients, Dota, and then you watch YouTube videos about how to play it, your web browser and search engine may record this information. Without you telling them, they have now learned that you like a game and you might be interested in playing it. This information is valuable to people who make games or gaming hardware. Google takes this information and sells it to advertisers. The next time you open the website, you suddenly see an advertisement for brand new gaming mouse in your web browser. Theft of time and services. Theft of time refers to a person receiving payment from his or her employer for work that the employee did not do. This is usually because the person is busy with non-work related activities during work time. Theft of services refers to the person using computer equipment, such as the computer or internet, for personal matters. So maybe you're trying to get your own business off the ground and you're using company time to do that, or using company equipment. Internet-related fraud. A scam is a fraudulent scheme used by a malicious person to obtain money or something of value from somebody else. Phishing and email spoofing. Phishing and email spoofing attacks try to obtain sensitive information by sending emails to users that look like official emails. These emails will either directly request the sensitive information or redirect users to an official-looking website where their information will be stolen. To protect yourself from that, never send sensitive information like your username and password over email. No company will ever ask for this information via email or phone. You never have to provide the bank with your banking password. That's none of their business. So no one should phone you to request for that. Make sure the email address and the domain name, the website that you've gone to, are correct for any email that looks suspicious. Never click on a link to access a banking website or a Take-A-Lot shopping website or things like that. Always type it in yourself. What is harassment? When you are continuously bothered by messages or data that you do not want to receive, or data that spreads false and potentially harmful information about you to others. Examples include cyberstalking, spam, uploading unauthorized pictures on the web, and cyberbullying. Cyberstalking is using the internet to stalk or harass someone. Spam, a type of harassment that sends you many unwanted and sometimes embarrassing adverts through email. Uploading unauthorized pictures on the web is a form of harassment. Often when people break up and the one person has maybe sent the person that they were dating at the time a naked picture, and this person is now cross that you've broken up, and they release that picture onto the internet as a form of revenge porn. It is illegal. Cyberbullying, when someone is bullied online, this can often take the form of Facebook posts, Twitter tweets, instant messaging chats. What is a cyber attack? An internet attack. This is an attack on the infrastructure of the web itself. Examples include business cyber attacks, web cyber attacks, cyber terrorism, and denial of service attacks or distributed denial of service attacks. So, internet attacks or cyber attacks refer to an attack on the infrastructure of the web itself. Examples include denial of service, whether it's just denial of service or distributed denial of service, the use of compromised computers to flood a server with requests for information. The attack can be regarded as successful if the server becomes so overwhelmed that the normal users cannot connect to the system. So maybe a company is going to be having a big sale and they're anticipating a lot of people are going to be logging onto their website to buy things. And somebody else runs a DOS attack. So they flood that particular server, so let's pretend Take-A-Lot, with requests. So much so that Take-A-Lot's server goes down. They're not able to sell all their goods that they were planning to sell for that particular sale, and they lose a huge amount of business. That could be a very simple example. Cyber terrorism attacks that only occur in parts of a country's IT infrastructure. Spoofing attacks work by masking the attacker and making it seem as if he or she is a legitimate user. This is done by using false data to connect to the network. Sniffer attacks works by checking the data packets sent over the network. Hackers use the sniffer applications to analyze the network and access all unencrypted data being transmitted. What is a bot? A bot is short for robot. It's a software application that allows the user to automate tasks and actions. On the internet, they're normally used to analyze and gather file information. An example of this is web crawlers. These bots gather, analyze, and index data that can be used by search engines like Google. While bots can be used to make the user's life easier, they often come in the form of malware. Malware bots function by infecting the user's computer and automatically performing malicious actions, such as gathering keystrokes, obtaining financial information, gathering passwords, or opening backdoors on the infected computer. What is a zombie? Malware bots also have the capacity or capability to completely take over the user's computer, allowing the hacker to take control. When this happens, it's known as a zombie. Hackers can use zombie computers for a wide range of applications, including launching DOS attacks and sending spam emails in order to spread malware. How are we going to protect ourselves? Well, we're going to look at 3 things that we can do. Protecting yourself against computer crime. The most effective thing you can do is use common sense. Assume nothing, believe no one, and check everything. Safeguards against criminals, viruses, and threats. Antivirus software. Computer programs that scan computer files for viruses and eliminate them. How does it work? It uses virus definitions to detect the signs or specific traces that a specific virus leaves in your system. You need to update your antivirus software regularly so that it can detect new viruses. Examples of antivirus software include Norton, AVG, Advast, Node32, McAfee, Kaspersky. Microsoft Defender comes for free installed on all Windows 10 devices. Firewall software. This is software that allows you to control which programs can access the internet and protects your computer or network from unauthorized access. Firewall software doesn't have to be updated. Most operating systems, including Windows 10, come with a built-in firewall. Anti-spyware software, software that detects spyware. If spyware has been installed on a computer, the software needs to be updated so that newer forms of spyware can be detected. So if we look at Windows 10 security protection, Windows 10 is equipped with a basic antivirus program called Windows Defender. This program should be sufficient to protect you against most threats. However, an antivirus application with more features might be needed for more serious threats. Windows 10 is equipped with a basic firewall, but this might not be strong enough to protect your computer against powerful malwares. Precautions to take. Use a secure password. Remember, with passwords, we want different lowercase and uppercase letters. We want symbols, we want numbers, we want codes that are 8 characters or greater in size. Change your passwords regularly. Pay careful attention to the websites and links that you are opening. Do not share sensitive information unnecessarily. Do not open suspicious emails. Do not download suspicious programs or attachments. Keep your antivirus application up to date. Keep your other software up to date. Use 2-factor authentication whenever possible. So when you're logging onto a website, particularly a banking website, to Google, use 2-factor authentication. What will happen is you type in your password, a code is sent to your phone, and you enter the code as well before you can gain access.